This time you're on take 48. The last time you're on take 42. Okay, tell me your name, your whole name.
Adam Christopher Ellis.
Adam
Yes.
Ellis. And Christopher.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
1/3/84.
Go ahead and keep that with your stuff. And,
Okay.
100 years from now, your great-great-greats can go down here to the Portsmouth Public Library and pull this tape off the shelf and listen to you and take a look at you. And okay, Adam, you told me your name, and are you married, single, divorced, widowed?
Single.
Single man? And do you have any children?
No.
Your parents, are they living?
Yes.
What's your father's name?
My real dad's name's Danny, and my mom's name's Judy.
Judy.
Yes.
Okay. What is her name currently then? Is she remarried? Or?
Yes.
Okay, what's her name?
McClary.
McLaren. Do they live in Sauter County?
Yes.
So you are from Sauter County then?
Yes.
Okay. And now, were they pretty worried about all that stuff, you know?
Night and day, they hardly ever slept until I finally made the first phone call to them, and they were kind of at ease knowing I was up there and nothing happened on the way up.
Okay. Now after you left here, you went to Camp Attleberry.
Yes.
You were there about a month or something like that. What was that training like?
It was just really showing us the basics of what to prepare for, what to look out for, what to do, what not to do in these different type situations. They just played different scenarios over for us. That way, once we got in country, we could react to what our training was. That way, we wouldn't freeze up right in the middle of something.
Did they have people there who had already been in country, so they were able to come back and say, here's what it's like?
They were able to come and talk to us and tell us some things that we might not have been talked to about. Yeah. They were able to tell us some different scenarios of what they seen when they were over there, which helped us out a lot more along with the training.
After Attleberry, you went to Kuwait. What was going on there? More training.
We just basically waited on our vehicles to get there, armored them up. That way we got ready to go, head up north. We had lanes training, which that was more training for in case we got into close quarter fighting or something like that. We were able to be prepared for that too.
Okay. I've said before to these other guys, my son was in Kuwait, and he said the two things about Kuwait that was the heat and there's nothing there.
No.
There's not a sprig growing out of not a blade of grass or nothing.
All sand.
All sand. Tents growing up out of the sand, that was it.
Tents everywhere. Everywhere you looked, everywhere you turned, there was tents.
Well, then all of this other stuff was getting prepared for the real thing, and then suddenly one day, here's the real thing. You kick off for Iraq. What was that like?
Oh, when we finally found the day we were heading north, that was kind of, for us, an anxious but nervous day because we really didn't know what to expect on the road up. Once we finally pulled out of Kuwait and started that way, we all were just, our training took over and we were just watching everybody and everything to make sure there was nothing going to happen to us the whole way up.
Was it okay all the way up then? Everything was okay?
Just fine on the way up.
Okay. What platoon are you in?
First platoon.
What is your MOS?
62 Echo, heavy equipment operator.
Okay. And then you get to where? To Crete?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Basically, the way I described it to everybody, just imagine a flea market, and that's exactly
the flea market.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Like swap days out here,
with a bunch of people strung all over everywhere.
Okay.
That was the easiest way for me to tell people what it looked like.
How long were you at Crete?
Oh, we we went on up to where we were stationed at, and that's where we were stationed at for our 13 months in country.
Hmm. Were you there the whole time at Tikrit?
No.
Where'd you go? What'd you do then?
We took convoys out to different forward operating bases and done work and stuff there.
Hmm.
But once we got done, we'd come back, rest up, and leave again for another mission.
Did you go convoy escort? Did you do that, or
No.
you were part of the convoy?
I was part of the convoys that left normally.
Were you part of any night patrols around the perimeter or anything?
No night patrols around the perimeter, but there was a few night convoys that we had to do coming out of cities if we were kind of there late and we wanted to get back. We'd done a few night convoys out.
When was the first time you took fire?
In the city of Samara.
What was that like?
Actually, pretty scary and anxious.
Yeah, I'll bet. Did you have to discharge your weapon? So it was a battle.
It was.
It was a battle. And what's the deal with Samara? Why did you go there?
We were just trying to help out the Iraqi people, the Iraqi police force, giving them checkpoints.
Hmm.
That way they can control stuff coming in and out of their city more better instead of letting all these weapons, roadside bombs and stuff being set. That way they can control the flow of what's happening inside the city.
How did you keep in touch with your family? How did you manage?
Through emails and phone calls.
Did you call them every day?
If I hadn't, don't call them every day. I call them just about every other day.
Okay. I bet they were glad to get that.
They were relieved every time they got a phone call.
Big phone bill.
It was all right. It didn't bother them as long as I was calling.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Did you interact with the Iraqi people any?
So if we were on a job site, we were able to talk to some of the kids, some of the older Iraqi people. We were able to talk to and see what they thought about the improvements of their city and what we were doing. My thought was the majority of the people actually wanted us there to get rid of Saddam,
Mm-hmm.
so they were kind of overall happy about it.
Okay. Okay. Are you glad you went?
Yeah, in ways. No.
Do you want to go back?
No. I don't know anyone in their right mind that would want to go back right now.
Are you going to stay in the Guard?
Yeah.
Are you? Have you re-enlisted already, or is that time coming?
At time it is coming in about 2010.
Okay, so you're in for a while.
Yeah.
2010. That's your unit might go back. Do you think?
That's probably what might happen before then if they do.
Yeah.
I'll pack up everything and
Do it again.
go right back over with the boys.
Okay. Have you come back with any different thoughts or any? Did it change you? Is the question I want to ask.
I come back with more respect
Respect for what?
for over here.
Oh, it's better here.
Because what I seen over there and the stuff we take for granted over here is something that I'm trying not to do.
Okay.
Because the stuff we throw away here is
Yeah.
stuff that they could definitely use over there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I say, it's better here than there, huh?
A lot better.
Have you been back long enough physically to also be back mentally? Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you watch the news?
Yeah, it seems like now that I'm home, I just can't seem to make myself leave that country. I always want to know what's going on.
Right, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'm just happy that all the guys I went back with, we all come home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had it no other way.
Hey, well listen, Adam, I appreciate it. And thanks, buddy. Thanks for everything you did.
Not a problem.
Okay. Don't forget